Hi, this is Glenda, and I'm making today rose soap, but in reality it doesn't have much of rose as far as the fragrance goes. It will just be the decoration. My oils are at 91 and my light water it's at 81, so we can say that's room temperature. And I'm going to add the light water slowly to the oils so that I can start mixing it. I've realized that I have a bunch of fragrances that have vanilla on it and discolored, and these ones I've had them, it's gonna be almost a year and a half now, and some of them also accelerate, so I tend to shy away from them. And now I've decided it's time to use them, so I'm going to just stick blended until probably medium trace. Alright, I lied. I actually only stick blended it to emulsion because I needed to add the fragrance before. It's a brambleberry and it's called Relaxing. It says that it behaves well in cold process and it discolors to a dark brown. It has 9.3% of vanillin, and here it's 1.75 ounces, which should be enough for this much soap. So I'm going to add it now, and I'm going to keep the design fairly simple. I was trying to come up actually with a bunch of a variety of soap designs that will go well with brown, or that will take into consideration the discoloration. And I figure this one at 9% vanillin is gonna get quite dark, so I thought maybe gold goes well with brown, like gold and brown. And I know that it's really hard to achieve gold inside the color because it's a metallic color, and when you add metallics or micas, most of them don't show up. So what I'll do is that I'm gonna try to do a mica line with gold mica. And then I have these embeds, which are like rose buttons. I will have a separate video on how to make this in case you are interested in seeing that one. I'll probably link it at the very end of this video. So I'm trying to blend it to either light or medium trace. Right now it seems I have a very light trace, because the first layer I want it to be somewhat thick so that when I do the mica line and I put the second layer on top, it won't break through. Alright, so I'm going to add this first layer. So I have here the mica. I'm using Brambleberry's Gold Mica. I suppose that's the name. It's been a long time since I haven't been able to read it. So I've read in the past in the Loving Soap blog that when you do a mica line, you should leave some spots not covered. That way you avoid separation of the layers, which I have had before. But I think it also helps if you spray alcohol on top of the mica before adding the second layer as well. And then I was also watching a video by Tree Marie Soaps, and she was using one of these, and she recommended using one of those to, I guess, disperse the mica so that it wouldn't be in one spot alone. Alright, so it does seem to be solid now. I don't see much movement. And yet, out of precaution, I'm going to use, oh, actually even the one on here is solid. So I just need to add it in like that. I also have a moderate water discount. I have a 34% water to lye concentration, or I guess it's lye to water. So my recipes, my soaps tend to get thick fast because of my solid oils amount. On the plus side, I don't get, so far I've never gotten DOS, so that's good, I guess. I've been making soap for about 2 years, so I have some soaps that are 2-year-old, and so far those are fine. Alright, so my top, I'm not really sure what texture I should do to accommodate the rose that's gonna go on top. Let me think. Oh, earlier actually I wanted to experiment with a brush to see what kind of texture it leaves on the soap. It sort of looks like a broomstick pattern on it. This is pretty much just like a basting silicone brush. Wavy looks cool. Alright, so now I'm going to add the tops. So that's it. I'm going to let it rest, and then I'll show you how the cutting goes. So it's been a little bit over 24 hours, and I took this out and I noticed that I have a bunch of pockets. The mica line looks actually very straight and I can see the gold, so that's a plus. Maybe I'll just cut the ends. And I can see that the edge has begun to discolor to a darker tone, and also the top. Right now it's looking like a beige, but it's supposed to go, I think it was 9% vanillin content, so it should go quite darker, and hopefully when it does, then the contrast with the gold will be more strong. And because of the mica line, I may put this on the side to avoid any smearing. As far as the fragrance, I like it. It is not on your face. It's a little bit more on the subtle side, but it's really pleasant. And I could have added more, because based on the amount of soap, I saw that I could have added more, but I only had a 1.75 bottle, and I didn't want to combine it with any other. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Hi, this is Glenda. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, you can make them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye!